Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your psychic crystal reading for the new moon in Leo, August 19th, 2020. As always, I'm going to look into my crystal and give you predictions and messages from my spirit guides for what you can expect to get from the energies of this new moon in Leo. I'm going to look into each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. But before we get started on that, I'm going to give you a little description of what you can expect from this new moon in Leo. So while under the influence of the energies from this new moon in Leo, you need to be careful and pay attention to your heart, aorta, blood pressure, and circulation. You may feel comfortable receiving compliments, adoration, positive feedback, and praise. However, once you're in the limelight or being highlighted in some manner, you may feel quite uncertain, disarmed, and vulnerable. Perhaps it's time to admit that you have a weakness and you worry over criticism, and realize if you could relax about it, you could use it to your advantage for improvement. So the first element I'm going to look into is Earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Some of you earth signs are going to really feel like you want closure or endings of some kind. It's going to kick up a lot of like wavering feelings of uncertainty for some of you earth signs. And you may feel like you're doing a lot of jumping around, jumping from one thing to the next. This could be your ideas, your emotions, your thoughts, or from activity to activity for some of you earth signs. You may actually feel a little bit vindictive or a little bit snarky, where you want to see somebody get some kind of pressure put on them. That could be some official person out in the world, or it could be a boss to you, or an enemy of yours, or a coworker, or a family member. But I get some of you earth signs are going to feel like, yeah, I want to see someone squirm. I want somebody to have some pressure applied to them over something. Some of you are going to be inspired to seek out counseling and advice from either some knowledgeable expert person or a friend of yours that's really in the know. I feel like some of you earth signs are going to be quite lucky with money from the energies of this new moon and are going to be gathering up money. Now, these effects to me last for 2 weeks or up to 30 days when I do readings for the new moons and full moons. Some of you are going to have I feel like you're going to like it. So some of you will be asked out on a date. Now, if you're already coupled, your significant other may want to take you out or, do something special for you. If you're single, you could have somebody that wants to ask you out on a date. Some of you stake some claim to something. And through that claim you're staking on something, there's advancement. So it could be a position you want, or maybe you want to buy a building and turn around and then you're going to rent it out to people and make money off of it, or some idea or some kind of business you want to run or own, or a new website you want to put out there. And like you're going to stake claim to something, and then you get some kind of monetary gain or affluence from that claim. I'm going to warn you, some of you earth signs over the next 2 weeks to 30 days are going to be kind of weird about people. Maybe people you normally are like in sync with or okay with, or it could be people you don't know out in the world, but I get you feeling like kind of like weirded out about people. Some of you need to be cautious at this time of not judging a book by its cover. because I feel you're either going to see somebody on the internet or get introduced to somebody new, or something's going to come up and you're going to make some kind of judgment calls about them from the way they dress or their clothes or something. And I get, that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because I feel like during that time frame of the next 2 weeks to 30 days, it's not correct what your judgment is of them. Be cautious, some of you earth signs, because you could be holding some people up and creating delays for people in some manner. It could be because you want to talk to somebody and get some advice, or it could be for some other reason. But I feel like some decisions you're making or something you're doing, you're actually holding up some other people. And you may really care about that in the long run. So be cautious of holding up others if you have to make a decision or make some kind of move, that may be holding up some other people. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Some of you may find yourself taking part in some kind of contest, competition, or race over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, some of you water signs. And I'm sorry if you hear my dog, he's snoring quite loudly in the other room. So you may hear this like motorboat sound. That's what it is. You may be striving for completion of something, water signs, or perfection in something, some work you're doing, some project you're creating. Completion and perfection come up here for some of you. Scouting out new places to go, scouting out new ideas. So you're doing a lot of like researching and scouting out of things. It could be places you want to go on dates, places you want to visit, places you want to go to network and expand your business, places you want to travel. But I do get you scouting out places comes up here for some of you water signs. I feel like you're going to be really on guard, you water signs, of watching your words very carefully, watching the words you say. Now, usually I give that as a warning, but I'm getting it, you're already doing it. Sorry, I'm having major camera glitches. I have no idea why. Maybe because Mars is in its shadow of retrograde. I don't know. But I do get like, normally I have to give that as a caution to like watch your words, but I'm already getting it for the water sign people that they're already going to be like really cautious of what they're saying. So maybe you're going to be around some people, you need to watch what you say already. I don't know, but I picked that up over the next 2 weeks to 30 days, watching your words carefully. Some of you water signs may have some kind of blessing or benefit of some kind of opportunity that gets offered. It could be a gig, a side job, a part-time job. It could be, I don't know, but like getting offered something comes up here. Some of you water signs are going to have people that are going to be wanting to talk to you and very appreciative of your knowledge, your insight, your expertise, your wisdom. If you have a YouTube channel, or you deal with the public in any way, or you do any kind of teaching or instructing, or maybe you're just going to be out and about in the world and you're going to be spouting out your wisdom and ideas, you're going to have people that are going to be appreciative of that, no matter what venue this is that you're doing it in, socially, with family, out in the public, it doesn't matter where, but you're going to have people appreciative of you sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your insights. And this is going to be good for you because it kind of creates some like good spin about you and good word of mouth about you. Some of you are going to receive some kind of award. Some high honor, some high marks, some high honor of achievement. It could be high grades, an award. So I get high honors for some of you water sign people. Don't overspend. Cautious of overspending during this new moon in Leo phase. Be very careful of being very vindictive or retaliating against anybody that you feel slighted with a vengeance. So Be cautious and beware of retaliating against anyone with a vengeance. Some of you are reading too much into a situation and you need to take a step back and let some time, like 2 weeks, go by before you make some kind of critical opinion or decision. Because something's not quite as it seems, or something is not quite as you're perceiving it at the time of this new moon in Leo. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Again, I'm having major glitching with this camera. But before we get on to the fire signs, I'd like you to take a look at this. Some of you fire signs are going to be really inspired, like you want to get off your duff, off the couch, off the lounge chair, off the deck, and move. Like you're going to want action to happen. Maybe you were content for a while, like letting the world go by or daydreaming or relaxing. I get no, not during this stage or phase of this new moon in Leo. Some of you are going to be putting some kind of program together, a new program for your business or a new program to sell, or putting together some kind of new program at your job or for your kids. Some of you are really going to want the spotlight and attention to be on you. You are going to want to be seen, be noticed. Your ego might be quite expanded at that time. Maybe you've lost a lot of weight, or you've changed your look, or you're just feeling super confident. And I feel you are going to want that kind of like attention, people to notice you, people to recognize you. Or maybe it's not your look that you want people to notice. Maybe it's what you're saying or the work you're creating. But you're going to want some to be noticed in some way, you fire signs. Some of you are going to be working harder than ever to accomplish tasks. I see some of you going on like cleaning binges. I see buckets of cleaner, disinfectant, cleaner, sponges, rubber gloves, wiping stuff down, cleaning. Could be just doing it to your home. You may have to do it at work, but also working hard in other ways. Like, sometimes August, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's a summertime month. Usually it's hot. People like to take it easy in August. I'm not seeing that for some of you fire signs. I get that you're going to be working harder than ever like I said, over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Wow. Some of you see some kind of cataclysmic event or situation that could really rock your world or cause a lot of disruption, bypass you. Wow, that was a weird one. So if you were expecting like an earthquake to hit, it doesn't happen, or it happens minorly, not what they're predicting, or a big storm coming your way, or you see like a truck or some car coming at you and you think you're going to be in a big accident, and then they veer off and it doesn't hit you. Like, I don't know, but I see you looking at something worrisome coming your way. Storm, fire, earthquake, accident, whatever it is, but it bypasses you. For you fire signs, wow, that was an interesting message. Some of you are going to get a whole new look and a whole new wardrobe and a whole new makeover during this time period. And it's going to be a good thing. Like, I don't feel like that's a detriment. I feel like you'll be happy with it. Some of you are going to get keyed in on some important ingredient, important medication, important connection, something that's important. You're going to get keyed in about something that's going to be really, really beneficial to you. And for some of you, I feel like it has to do with your health and well-being. So you may find some new natural remedy or some new medication or some kind of new energetic practice you could do that's really going to be very beneficial and helpful to you. Don't think too much. Some of you fire signs are going to be prone to overthinking things in the next 2 weeks to 30 days. You need to calm down, some of you fire signs. You may be getting too silly and start saying things that are going to make other people feel awkward or uncomfortable, or you will end up feeling awkward and uncomfortable. Like, I feel like you're getting like either too giddy, too silly, too maybe saying things that are too risque that people can't hack or handle. Like, you gotta, like, you gotta temper down your energies a little bit. You may be getting like too wordy, too extreme, too emotive. Be careful. Some of you also need to be cautious of, you may be bringing out news and information to light that is too much for people to handle. So some of the people that you're telling, sharing your truths or wisdoms to, you may have to do it in smaller doses, because I feel like some people are not ready for what you are sharing with them. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs are going to feel really, really inspired, like, I want more action. You're going to want more action in some way, whether that's love, romance, sex, or activity, just doing stuff. Some of you are going to be a little bewildered by this energy, some of you air signs, and I feel like it's going to put you in a bit of a predicament where you're going to be analyzing your life and the way things move in your life. And like, you may be thinking about how you could restructure your life, or how you could change your routines, or your work life, or your business life, and or maybe other things too, and reorganize it or shift it and change it to a better way or a better system. Some of you air signs are going to be actually communicating with or talking to some people you haven't seen or talked to in quite a while. Some of you are going to be really weeding and wading through what is fact and what is speculation. I feel some of you air signs are getting really entrenched and concerned with what's going on out in the world, what you're hearing through traditional channels, what you're hearing through unconventional channels, figuring out what resonates with you, what it doesn't, like really pulling apart the narratives that you're being exposed to. Some of you, this new moon in Leo is going to really shake some things up with you, where you're going to be like, yeah, you know what? I usually say this or talk like this or look like that, but you know what? I'm tired of that. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. I'm going to throw people some curveballs. I'm going to say some things or do some things. Like normally I'm restrictive, or I try to put a lid on certain things about my personality or what I believe. Well, you're going to be like, yeah, no. I'm going to be say whatever I want. I'm going to shake everybody up, shake you up, shake me up, and let's stir the pot. So this new moon in Leo is making some of you air signs really want to stir the pot in your own life and for those around you. Some of you will receive some kind of invitation to some kind of gathering or reception or some kind of party. Some of you are going to be really picking apart your own things, like what can I get rid of? What can I donate? What can I repurpose? What can I throw out? What do I keep? Like, I see you going through things, and some of the things I see you going through, ironically, is shoes. I see shoes on the floor, boots, shoes, sneakers. Am I keeping this or am I getting rid of it? Do I give it to my friends? Do I throw it out? Do I donate it to Purple Heart? What do I do with it? Like, I see you it doesn't mean it's shoes, but shoes is what I saw. So sorting through your things. Be careful that you don't jeopardize your life or your career or something by saying too much. So as much as I get like, you're going to want to shake things up and do things differently and what, and all that, you might want to curtail that a little bit, because you could put some things in jeopardy. Your reputation, your business, your career, your personal life. Some of you are getting in the weeds. And I feel like what my guides mean about that is like, maybe there's work and stuff you're not taking care of. Like, have you cut the grass? Did you weed the garden? Did you pay all your bills? Do you have a stack of work that you keep putting off? Have you opened your mail for 2 months? Like, you're getting in the weeds in some way in over the next 2 weeks to 30 days from the energies of this new moon in Leo, August 19th, 2020. So you have to figure out, like, this is a caution for you. You have to try to get yourself out of the weeds, because I do see some of you in the weeds. Be very, 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 very careful, air signs, because some of you are going to be inspired that you want to tell somebody off. And it could be a family member. It could be a best friend. It doesn't have to be somebody like on the street that's annoying and that you don't know. But it could be that. But whomever you feel like you want to tell off, you might want to put the lid on it, because I get that if you do tell them off, you will come to regret that later. So I always have to give you the cautions when they come up. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank all the signs of the zodiac for watching. Thank you so much for watching. And please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And as I always say, I record many other videos that are not here on this channel that you can get for download and purchase on my Vimeo on-demand pages, where I use many different divination tools, or a combination of divination tools, and bring you psychic predictions and messages I channel from my spirit guides on a variety of very specific topics. And I always put the most recent links under the videos here down below. So the most recent video links I have, first of all, is the past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the Osha Zen Tarot deck, and the future predictions of those go out about a year from now. But they're different for everyone, and the Osha Zen Tarot deck is very, very unique, and the messages are not like typical tarot. They're dealing with things in a more psychological sense, emotional sense, very interesting messages. And it's always good to look back at your past, because your past brings you to where you are today, and what did you learn from your past, and what's going on in the present, and then what's happening in the future. So you might want to check those videos out. That link is below in the description box in the Show More section. Also, all these videos are all the links are always available on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Go to the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series I've recorded, all the descriptions of what tools I used, how long the predictions are for, and you just click on your sign or the sign you're interested in getting, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. The other video series I have listed that are more current is every month I always do a psychic crystal reading for each sign of the zodiac to expand on the psychic tarot readings that I do at the beginning of every month. If you would like to get more specific predictions for your exact zodiac sign, that link is below and also on my website. Some of the other more recent video series I've done is the June 2020 Eclipse Effects Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings for the 2 eclipses we had in June. Those effects go out for 6 months. So the first half of the reading is about the lunar eclipse in Sagittarius on June 5th, and the second part of the reading is looking at the solar eclipse in Cancer on June 21st. So it would be, those predictions go out from 6 months from June. So those predictions are still happening right now. Also, my career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings for a 12 to 18 month time period, and they were put on in May of 2020. So those predictions will go out to November of 2021. My mid-year 2020 Psychic Tarot Update 7-card Bohemian Tarot Spread readings. If you haven't gotten that yet, you might want to check it out, because that's 7 cards with lots of details and predictions and messages, which were going from the midpoint of this year of 2020 until the end of this year of 2020. My mid-year love and romance update for 2020, first half of the readings for couples, second half of the reading is for singles, and those predictions and messages are from July of 2020 to the end of this year of 2020. Also, you could get my important angel messages for these changing times for each sign of the zodiac, where I used 3 different angel-based cards for giving you, like, you know, we're in changing times. I mean, what better people or spiritual beings to contact than angels when we need them the most? So if you want to hear what messages and predictions came up from those 3 cards that I did for each sign of the zodiac, you might want to check that out. That link is also below this reading. If you would like to donate to this channel and help support the work I do here, you can click on the link down below, which is connected to PayPal. Thank you so much to all of you that have been very generous and giving to my channel. It doesn't go unnoticed. I do appreciate it, and it does help so much. So thank you so much for that. If you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC on Facebook, and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I use a variety of divination tools, different kinds of cards, oracle cards, tarot cards, my crystal, etc. And those predictions are not just for the day that I post them. They sometimes are months out, weeks out, days out. You just have to see what comes up. And many people find that they resonate with them. So you might want to check in and see what other messages and predictions my spirit guides are giving over in those areas. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy come to you from this new moon in Leo on August 19th, 2020. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.